S. Narsingh Rao, the Chairman and Managing Director of Coal India, joins us on the show from Kolkata. Mr. Rao, thanks so much for joining in. A question firstly, topical. NTPC has refused to sign FSAs with Coal India. There are some concerns that NTPC had with the FSA terms. Could you elaborate some more on that?
I don't think we have not formally heard from them, but certainly if they have some reservations on any of those things, we will also look into and we will be able to mutually resolve them. But I have not specifically heard what exactly are their objections about.
How many FSAs are being signed today by Coal India? If you could elaborate on that, and can you name few power producers that have entered into FSAs today?
I don't have specific names, but I'm told about 8 of them have signed. But this is being done in the subsidiary level. So maybe hopefully by tomorrow we should be able to get some more information. As of now, we don't have specific information who have signed. This is being done at the subsidiary level, as I said.
There was, Mr. Rao, some tweaking done by you in terms of terms for the FSAs, for the inclusion of a price revision clause. I mean, don't you think this beats the purpose of FSAs itself in the first place?
See, ultimately, if at all that option, if and only if the Coal India decides to, let's say, import, obviously the price has to be passed on to the customer. Now, by importing, losing in revenue is not really an option Coal India can entertain. And everybody knows there is a shortage of coal. Even if we were to make special efforts, etc., in the very short term, we cannot really fulfill that kind of demand which we are projecting on account of these new FSAs. So certainly the imported price, if at all we import, it has to be passed on to the customers.
With the FSAs being signed, what is the additional requirement of coal? Tell us how much of imports will have to be done to fill the gap, essentially.
Our information is this 50-odd projects, which are new ones, about these, all these FSAs basically is about these new projects, that is about close to 48 or so, requiring maybe about 50 to 60 million tons a year. But this year, some of them may be ready, some of them will be ready in the course of the year. Our estimate is about 30 million tons would be roughly required for these new power plants.
What is the production target then for Coal India in FY13?
Yeah, this is 464 million tons for the current year. In fact, we have signed an MOU for a dispatch of 470 million tons. If we make all possible efforts and achieve this production and dispatch we are talking about, surely that would be something like a 7+% growth in the dispatches. That should relieve us and our customers to great extent of the coal problem. 432. Last year our dispatch was 432. If you are looking at 470, that is about 38 million tons incremental dispatch, should certainly come to our rescue and customers' rescue.
We had heard that 12 coal in mines may get the MOF approval for a quick ramp-up of production. Can you give us some updates on the same?
Not yet, I've just come yesterday. Maybe in next few days I'll be able to take stock of that.
Okay, at least give us an update on the e-auction coal. Would that be diverted for filling in the gap, if any, for the FSAs?
We are looking into that. There was, in fact, last year also that offer was made by Coal India to some of the power plants to lift the coal that was not exactly reserved for e-auction, but certainly that coal stocks which are there not at the railheads but the loading points, but some further road transportation is involved.
Update us, sir, then on the acquisitions front. Coal India is looking at some emerging markets in Africa.
It's at a very, very early stage. Except what has already been done, I think it will be too early to say anything specific about these acquisitions outside. Maybe sometime later we will be able to respond.
Okay, leave it at that, Mr. Rao. Thanks so much for joining in today and giving us that perspective. That's Coal India with answers to a variety of issues. There's still some things that need to be looked into, but that's the new management giving their views on how the road ahead for the company would be.